and welcome to another stream. How's it going today? I'm gonna replay your notification, Kabiko, because you just barely missed the start, and wouldn't want to miss a subscriber notification. But
Hello. Good to see me.
thank you for resubscribing, Kabiko. Really appreciate it. 2 months in a row and 3 months total. Welcome back. Good to see you again. And we've also got GM Knight here today as well, and I think we're gonna jump into things a little bit quicker today. I didn't do anything offline because I was busy with other stuff. But the plan for today and what I want to get done working today is I want some sort of Lambda web app working in AWS, and I don't have any idea how that's going to work. So we're gonna learn some stuff and get that set up. From what I understand, the general approach is to use AWS's API gateway plus a Lambda, and then that should, work pretty straightforwardly. But let me get logged into the AWS console. I did set up my password manager first, so we'll go here. And yes, I'm still gonna log in using the root account, which you're not really supposed to do, but I haven't set up all of the proper roles yet, so we're still going to be doing work on the root account, which is, not the best, but not the worst, I guess. But yeah, still have a two-factor though, so at least there's one level of or two levels of protection against letting someone have full access to my root account. Oh, that number changed on me. Hey, what's up, Juicebox Hero? Hello, and RKJ, hello. Welcome back to both of you. GM Knight says, what password manager was that? This is Bitwarden, which I really like. It's been real good for me. It's free, and it has two-factor support, and it works on all of the platforms that I care about, which I guess right now are Linux, Windows, and Android. I believe it also works on iOS. I mean, of course it would work on iOS, right? But yeah, it works really well for me. You can also store just like plain text secrets as well, so you don't need to do passwords. But I'm pretty happy with what I have so far. Hey, what's up, Master Tech? Hello. RKJ says definitely not first today. You're actually not that far off from being first. You're pretty close there. Hey, what's up, Cat Peasant? Hello. Welcome back. Good to see you again. But yeah, I want to get a web app working here. Oh, another thing that we started working on but I didn't finish last stream is getting the real secrets working in pre-commit.ci. And I think the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to make a little script that synchronizes the local secrets to the remote secrets. And I'll probably change how that works in the future, but I guess we can build that really quickly. That shouldn't take too long. Hey, what's up, Bruce PT? Hello. Welcome back. Pre-commit.ci. Actually, did I commit everything in Terraform? I don't even remember. It looks like I did. Cool. Oh, and then I closed. Oh no, this is the tab that I want. Okay. So before we have two of these credential modules. And if we look at these, we've got the Boto 3 one. This is what we're basically going to use in production with the AWS Secrets Manager, unless, something changes here and I decide to do this a different way, but this works pretty well. Kamiko says, do you have any expenses for pre-commits yet? I believe that, let me make sure this doesn't dox me first. Billing. I believe I'm paying like 1 penny so far. Yeah, this doesn't dox me. These are my costs so far. KMS is my only cost. I'm projected to have 16 cents of cost in August. But overall, like, How am I at 32% of my EBS storage? Oh, this is my 1 AMI. That actually kind of makes sense. But when I'm done with this, I think my cost will be mostly in EC2. I think the Lambda stuff will be free and the Dynamo stuff will be free. So it'll be like primarily, compute cost, and that'll scale with the number of consumers. So I think I think cost will be pretty under control, and I think it will be relatively low. I'm just, I'm not 100% certain how that's gonna work, but yeah, I don't have any real workflow right now or workload, so it's not really a thing yet. But yes, this is my current billing. I've paid 16 cents, or I'm gonna pay 16 cents ish in August. Hey, what's up, Arthino? Hello, welcome back. Capison says Doxenstein 3D. Is that like a Wolfenstein reference? I'm not sure I understand the reference. Hey, what's up, BK the Awesome? Hello, welcome back. And Shaz Robot, how's it going? Tannenbiff says, how do you organize Terraform code? To be honest, I don't know. Because, well, I know how I'm organizing it, which is not really at all. I know the way Lyft did it was different. They had a special thing that was this weird YAML thing, and the YAML thing generated Terraform files, and so it wasn't ever actually the Terraform scripts. So it was a little bit, jumbled, and like don't know actually how they organized that. Hey, what's up, Contosat? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. But the way that I'm roughly organizing it, which is essentially not at all, is I'm basically having just the top level be the entire set of modules that I'm using, or resources that I'm using, and I'm, trying to organize them by things that are related. So like these two roles have separate files, and like if we look at role packer, for instance, it defines the role up top and then anything that gets attached to it. So you can see like these are the permissions for the packer role. I also say down here that oh, this is me actually attaching the permissions to the role, and this actually is in the wrong file. This should be in, wait, what? Oh, no, this is the right file. Yeah, this is saying that the root, or no, that packer can, wait, what? Oh, yeah, this is allowing anything to assume the packer role, I think. Seems, oh, no, this is defining a policy document that other roles can use. Okay, I understand how this works now. A little bit all over the place, but yeah, and so like, if I have a group, then I have a group here. I had to set this up for some data. This is the AWS provider. Yeah, I don't know. They're basically named based on what they do, but I don't know how that works. Hey, what's up, DenDP? Hello. Welcome. And MSR, how's it going? Welcome back. Good to see you. Capescent says you can write modules. Yes, I do know you can write modules, but I have not done that yet. BK the Awesome says, I previously saw a spike in our GCP bill. Did you add some kind of reminder for a bill? I have not done that yet, but I probably will do that once things are, more established and set up, like actually, generating traffic and whatever. Hey, what's up, Darkuadam and Al Carney and Visvadev? Thank you all for the follow. Welcome to the stream. But yeah, setting a quota would be a good idea, BK the Awesome. DNDP says 16 cents. AWS can cost such money? Yeah, it's super expensive, right? Valsbert says YAML generating Terraform. How many layers deep can you go? Right? Yeah, it was, I mean, I understand why they did it, because Terraform is pretty verbose for like reasons that, kind of makes sense to me, but also like, they want every action in the AWS provider to be one atomic API request and like not end up in a mixed state, because that's kind of how Terraform enforces things to work. Like either it succeeds or it doesn't, and if it succeeds it produces a resource, and if it doesn't succeed then it crashes out and you don't have to roll back anything. But yeah, because of that it ends up being a little bit verbose and such. But yeah. Hey, what's up, AWS US East 1? Hello, hello, welcome back. I see you recapitalized your name, so now it's no longer all the characters jammed together, so that's a little bit more readable. And hello again, Darku Adam, or Darku Adam. Oh, I see. I see. That makes way more sense than my first pronunciation of your name. a good old reparse there we got there. Kevin says, Vesper latex for a PDF that has the YAML for generating the Terraform files embedded as an image. Oh no. And then OCR to render it at the end. What a fucking mess. Please no. Hey, what's up, Outdated Version? How's it going? Welcome back. Good to see you, as always. Hey, what's up, Solus? Hello, hello. Okay, but what I want to do is make a bin set credential, or wait, set secrets. User bin and Python 3. Wait, why did that not type a 3? I still need to do this feature in my editor where on save it should like refresh the syntax editing. So because this file doesn't have any extension or anything, it starts with just the default syntax. And I want it to be so that when I save here, it will notice this shebang and rewrite this. So you'll notice that it does recognize that it's Python now that I've reopened it, but I have not implemented that yet. That's a feature that I want to do eventually, but def main to int, and we want to do what, import boto3, client equals boto3.client, secrets, manager. Is it capital client? I don't remember. And we want to include from pre-commit.ci.creds, import local creds. Sounds good. Darky Adam says, Seam, your keyboard has broken itself into 2 equal parts. It's true, it's true. I guess they're not exactly equal, although you can't really see it on the camera. But there's a few more buttons on this side than there are on that side. But I get what you mean. It did indeed break. Thank you, Master Tech, for doing Bang Keyboards so that you can check out exactly what the keyboard's all about and more details there. Hey, what's up, InitPie? Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. I guess I can look at the actual implementation of this for this part. It is lowercase client. Cool. But how do I want to do this so I don't screw this up? I guess we can also do from pre-commit ci dot what? Dot iface import creds. So what I want to make sure that I don't do is like skip any of the creds while uploading here. Actually, I don't fucking care. Let's just make this quick and dirty. We don't need to make this complicated. Hi, doc. How do I even look at the docs for Secrets Manager? Photo 3 Secrets Manager. Looks like I already searched this, so that's easy. We need to do put secret value. And we want to use secret string. Blah, blah, blah. Well, I don't know what all this staging stuff is. I don't think I actually care. So that seems right. So we'll use client.put secret value. Hey, what's up, YOLO Schmolo? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. And we have secret ID equals GitHub API. So we have 2 of these secrets. We have the GitHub API and we have the web one. JSON.dumps. This big old thing here. And then we have client.put secret value. Secret ID equals web and secret string equals JSON.dumps. And we gotta just fill this out, figure out what goes in there. And here we go. Chatterot says, let's just make this quick and dirty. Famous last words to the programmer, right? Before they leave the project. RKJ says, I saw you're using protocols in this and was wondering what the pros and cons are for them versus ABCs. So MyPy understands protocols better. With ABCs, you actually need to inherit from the ABC to make it work, if I recall correctly. Although maybe MyPy has changed so that ABCs are implicit. But you used to have to do a bunch of work for that. And ABCs used to have runtime overhead. The thing about protocols is they're structural subtyping, so they really only apply at the type checking time, and they don't have any runtime overhead. And they're a little bit more flexible on what they support and like what you can, jam together. Like it's really clunky to make an abstract base class with class methods or attributes or properties or any of that other stuff. In fact, I think there's no way to just say like, oh, this ABC has to have this attribute. There's just like no realm for that. But I think I already said hi to YOLO Schmolo, but how's it going? Thank you for the follow. And Definite Optimist, thank you as well for following. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. Valsbird says, is this the YAML to Terraform tool you were talking about? I don't think so. This looks like the salt stack. Yeah, which is fucking funny because right after Ryan Lane published this blog post, Lyft started deprecating salt stack internally. So this is pretty fucking ironic, but because let me tell you, salt is the most fucking pain in the ass that I have had to deal with when doing configuration management, and it's possible that Lyft was just doing it really poorly, but oh my god, the other thing that really, so salt is Jinja templated YAML that's then evaluated by a Python module that, there's like 6 different places you could have bugs. Several different places to have typos, and then often the modules are buggy, just because not many people use salt stack. But hey, what's up, Stuxdev? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. But yes, we were. It's actually kind of funny. Like, right after this, Lyft started dumping salt and moving to Terraform, and also dumping, salt and using immutable containers instead. But yeah. Gerbil J says you're a core dev for PyTest. Can you talk a bit about that? Yeah, sure. I can kind of talk about my journey into PyTest. I've been using PyTest for 7-ish years now, 6 or 7 years. And, for the longest time, I was just a user of the project. But, at some point in time, I started, being a little bit more involved in the project. I fixed a few bugs. I added some features and, generally demonstrated some, quality contributions. You can kind of see that, mid to late. Well, I had done a few things in, 2017 and 2018, just, small things. But in, I guess this was mid-2018, I started doing a little bit more in the project, picking up some bugs that weren't affecting me personally, working on some features that I thought were interesting, and, after some amount of, after the first, so PyTest has this policy that if a contributor makes a patch that requires no second or third round of review, and just is quality code and gets merged, then they get the commit bit. And so a lot of people have commit access to PyTest. But yeah, around mid 2018, I got the commit bit, and then I continued contributing a lot in PyTest and working on it a lot. And the core devs at the time, Bruno and Ronnie, were like, "Oh, you're kicking ass on this. Let's make you a core dev." And so now I operate as a core dev on PyTest. But some people have worked on the project longer than I have and stuff. So I'm still only 7th in commits, but I'll catch up at some point. And there is actually a little gap in here at the beginning of this year, and that was due to some conflicts in the in the core maintainership. And actually, you'll see a similar gap in like Ronnie's and even a little bit in Bruno's contribution in early 2020. But yeah, there was a there was a bit of drama that happened there, and I go over this in a YouTube episode, so I'm not really gonna go over the full dealio there. But let's see if I can find that video. I was working on Flake 8 that day, right? This one. So I do go over that information in this video, and I'm not gonna rehash that today. But yeah. Bruce PT says, Anthony's Code, do you have any videos on SQL and/or databases in general? No, I don't. But I could do like a video about the basics of SQL. Video idea, SQL basics. You can do something like that. I do know SQL incredibly well. RKJ says, makes sense, thanks. Definite Optimist says, doing quite well, hope you are too. Yes, I am as well. GM Knight says, I thought the protocols inherit from ABC. I don't think that they do. Python 3, PyDoc typing. Read if I could spell typing. Protocol. Class protocol. Generic meta class equals protocol meta. Protocol meta. Oh, interesting. Interesting. You're right. You're very right. I did not know that. Meta class is really unfortunate and only exists only because of the lack of instance hook. I did not know that. Huh. I wonder why that is, because none of the examples use the ABC stuff. But the thing with protocols is, like, you know, you never actually use them as a base class. You keep them in a separate module and use them as structural types. Ratlas says Jinja is gross. Yeah, I agree. MSR says that's why they named it Salt Stack. Yeah. Kappa's company uses Salt Stack before, and I was into infra stuff. Thank fuck. Oh, before you were into infra stuff. I see. Yeah, that makes sense. Hey, what's up, Gustel122? Hello. Welcome to the stream. And Triple J says, that's so cool. Thanks. Yeah, no problem. Dark You Adam says, humbly kicking ass. That's kind of true. Kamiko says, the number 6 contributor to PyTest is Beethoven. He's dead, so I'm sure you'll catch up if you keep it up. Yeah, Benjamin doesn't work on the project at all anymore. He worked on it like very, very early on. In fact, he hasn't really worked on like Python stuff in a while. He's actually a Python core dev. But his contributions have, dropped off a bit. He's mostly doing stuff, it looks like, for his day job based on the calendar year, which is fine. Like, no reason to force people to do more work than they want to do. Juice says that open source is basically daytime television. Yeah. Yep. In that nobody appreciates it sufficiently? I mean, that's true as well. Hey, what's up, Bruce PT? Who says, thanks, awesome. Dark You Adam says, what's the best Python YouTube channel out there besides yourself? Oof. Too much praise there. I actually don't watch too much Python YouTube, so I'm not really a person to like give advice there. I don't even know that mine's particularly good. I just have some amount of decent content there. But I don't know. I don't actually watch too much programming YouTube. They should have something like daytime Emmys for open source. Yeah, that would be pretty wild. Okay, what was I doing before we went down this rabbit hole? All right, we're running this secrets thing. Okay, so there are 4 things in the GitHub API one and 2 things in the web one. So we need to just retrieve those values. We have GitHub app client ID, which is localcreds.this guy. And we have this guy, which is localcreds. Yes, the copy-paste driven development. It's alive and well. So we got this guy and local creds dot that. And then we got one more, GitHub API private key. Local creds dot that guy. Okay, so that should get that there. And then we have the web credentials, which are down here. And there's kind of a special annoying thing that I have to do here. Fortunately, I think the type checker will get this for me. Local creds dot that. If I just did this directly, I should get a type error on MyPy. Let's actually check that. Local creds dot this. Oops, git add bin. Pre-commit run MyPy. Should complain. Oh, JSON is not defined. Import JSON, and we need return 0 at the end. Huh. That should not have passed. Real type. I wonder if the JSON.dumps type is any. Reveal type is object any. Okay, I guess that makes sense. It's hard for it to implement this this type properly in the current version of MyPy because it doesn't have great support for circular types. Because what this would be is it's an object, well, it could be a string, a boolean, an int, or a float, or an object, or null, and that object can have string keys that are, you know, either, well, it could also be lists too, but yeah, there's a whole bunch of types that this could represent, so I guess that's why MyPy is not recognizing that this is bytes, and so this would actually be an error. So we gotta decode that one, which puts the several characters too long. No. But we can do this to decrease this indent slightly, and secret string equals web secret. Save a few lines code as well. Do the same up here. GitHub API secret equals this. Not have the trailing comma there. Then delete these new lines here. Damn it. And I'm actually going to do these both up here and then write them all at the same time. That way, if there is some sort of type error up here, it will catch it before it performs any side effects here. Hey, what's up, Zayotic? Hello, hello. Welcome back. Good to see you again. And Prats, how's it going? Welcome back to the stream. Good to see you both. Oh, this is kind of off screen, but whatever. I can show it over here. Bin set secrets. That was a weird lag on startup. Huh. Guess we can just do this. We don't need to have the secret there. Oops. Subtraction, that's not what we want. We want equals. Okay, so that looks good now. Placate bin set secrets. Why is my tab completely not working? Okay, cool. And in theory, if I run this, it should upload my secrets without showing them to stream. Famous last words, right? Without showing them to stream. How brave am I? Fuck it, let's go, right? Module not found. Pre-commit.ci. Oh. Oh. Technically it didn't show. It's true, it's true, it's true. Hey, what's up, Carmelo? DeVito Tone? Oh man, I probably butchered that. But welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. Broken Mirror says, 8:30 on a Saturday evening and I'm about ready to go to bed. Depressing. I know that feel. I've had a lot of those days where it's like, well, I guess it's, 8 p.m. and I'm bored. I guess I'll just go to sleep. Yeah, recursive chat. It's true. Fuck, how do I do this right? I mean, I could do, Python path equals dots. I really don't want to do that. I think what I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna make dir pre-commit.ci bin and make this a module. Init.py and then git move bin assume role into pre-commit.ci bin / assume role.py. And then move bin assume role to pre-commit to -m pre-commit ci dot bin dot assume role. So this will make it a module instead of a script. So that'll fix that. ArcJay says, should have used the source layout? Yeah, the source layout would have just punished me for this earlier. Everything would have been fucked instead of just this script. Move bin set secrets to pre-commit.ci bin set secrets.py. Get rid of the shebang and the executable bit, and we should be able to do python 3-m pre-commit.ci.bin set secrets. That doesn't have help, so we can just fucking send it. And it produced no output there. Let's see, we can validate this by looking at one of the non-secret secrets. Pre-commit ci.creds.aws secrets manager. Oh, we want -im. So we can get the where's GitHub app ID? This one is not secret. So we can do this, and it should get the actual value, which is 64116. Cool. Okay, so that worked. Nice. Master Tech says here goes nothing. It's true. Okay, but that worked well. I was a little bit concerned there, but I think everything is good. And script to set the secrets in AWS. Cool. Okay, so now that that's done, oh, I have a bunch of open source email. Hang on a sec, let's see what's up with this. We had some failed builds on dead snakes, which makes me think that somebody broke the build somewhere. Oh, update. No, not the merge conflicts. Remote rejected. Refusing to allow a GitHub app to create or update the workflow without workflow's permission. The fuck? The fuck is this supposed to be? What is going on here? I've never seen this error before. This is new. Refusing to allow a GitHub app to create or update workflow. RKJ says, I've just looked at one of my side projects for the first time in months and I have no idea what I was doing. Yeah, it's true. Zionic says, why do some streamers use Brave? I don't know. I use Chrome for my streaming because I don't use Chrome normally. I use Firefox for my normal development. Vidbit says, you need additional OS scopes. So here's the thing. I'm not actually setting any OS scopes. This is the GitHub action sending the push for me. So I'm not actually using this. I'm also not I'm not using that GitHub action either. So actions are actually disabled on that branch. So I'm not actually sure what's going on there. And the Dagger says, you can always create secrets that give access to a user that forces an IP, so even if it's leaked, it can't be used by anyone. Not in this case. Not in this case, said the Dagger, because I'm using GitHub API tokens, and there's no such controls for that. JPrat says that would allow a third-party workflow to fuck with the repo, but seems new. Yes, it makes. I know. I mean, it makes sense why that's there. But yeah. MT Syncom says Android's code. I see a lot of similarities in my life as you. I started in Ann Arbor as well, and I'm where you probably were in 2013. I wanted to ask you, what is your advice on where to start with Python open source development? So I actually have a video about this. Here. And kind of like my advice on getting started in open source. The TLDR of the video is like, you know, any project that you're working on definitely has beginner-friendly issues that you can like start working on if they're of a sizable project. So, you know, PyTest has like 600 fucking issues, and like there's definitely something in there. Like if you've worked with PyTest before, like you can access here. I also talk about like a lot of projects will have a special label for like easy or like beginner friendly or something like that, and like, you know, we don't actually have that many right now on PyTest, but usually we have like 10 or 20, and like that's a good way to get started and then like ramp up from larger and larger bugs there. But yeah, check out that video. It talks a little bit about that. Zadig says, isn't it Chrome based? And also the CEO of the company admitted to data collection. Yes, they were also doing some sketchy ass things with like referral link rewriting, and like there's like a Bitcoin thing too. I forget all the stuff that happened, but Brave, there's some funny stuff with Brave going on. Vanderbit says you need to allow the scope for your app to be able to do the request. So I don't actually have an app here. There's no app in this failure here. This is just GitHub Actions using the GitHub Actions token. So I mean, I don't know that there's anything I can really do here other than you know, prevent the tag branch from doing that. And I can't just delete the branch either, or delete the workflows. Maybe I could. Do I care about exact bit matching here? Because I could just delete all those files. Why is GitHub Actions using, or why is Python using? Maybe this is the first time that they've added this GitHub action. GitHub workflows. No, it's been there for 2 months. So I don't know what's up with that. The other thing that I can do is just like defer this problem until later by just running the update myself. I don't like that though. Let me make an issue for myself so I remember this for later. Dead snakes issues. Internal issue. Nightly GitHub action can hit problems when upstream changes GitHub actions. And we can paste the output from this failed workflow. What the fuck? Why is this so hard to read? Draw along. There we go. You should pull with dash Q. Oops. What happened? Where did that go? I must have pressed one of the keyword things. Basically, upstream changed a GitHub workflow, and actions is now preventing that from being pushed to a tag. I need to do something about this, but for now I'm kicking the problem down the road and just manually pushing past that change. My guess is that GitHub Actions won't actually change all that often, so hopefully this is like not a once every day problem and just like a once in a while problem. But let's try this. Git clone. The 3.9 and 3.8.1 failed. Dead snakes, Python 3.9 nightly. We'll also grab the 3.8 nightly. Bruce says, got distracted paying attention to the stream and almost put cinnamon in my dinner instead of pepper. So here's the thing: is cinnamon actually like goes well on a surprising number of things. Like one of my favorite weird cinnamon dishes is it actually goes reasonably well in salmon. But you would never have expected it until you just like accidentally tried it once. And yeah, that's happened to me. I know that feel. Hey, what's up, Beldathis? Hello, hello. Welcome back. Good to see you again. RHR says, hi, the Arts Code. Have you considered to add LSP support to Babby? Yes, I do plan to add LSP at some point. I have not done that yet, though. It's going to be very, very complicated, and I'm not quite sure how it's going to work. But yes, I have been thinking about adding language server support to it, so that you could get like good tab completion in like, you know, some amount of type checking, that sort of stuff. Biko says, what type of salmon? Sashimi, grilled, fried, smoked? I've had it on both grilled and fried, and it was pretty good. Capesson says, is salmon lift lingo for pancakes? No. I'm talking about like actually the fish. Bruce says, I'd rather not try cinnamon on these chicken breasts, but yeah, do tell about the salmon. Yeah, so I don't know. It was an accident the first time I did it, but it's pretty good, actually. And then I've done it before since then. Okay, so how's this thing supposed to work? I think we just run this thing. Yeah. Except it's going to be dot dot slash, and instead of target, it's going to be dot. And this should have permission to push, so I shouldn't need to do anything here. Denny111 says, why don't you like Vim? I don't know. It's just not quite how my brain works. And I've been using Nano or Nano-like things for too long to really, like, you know, switch back. I do know how to use Vim. I use Vim occasionally, but it's just not what I prefer to use. 3.9. Okay, so this is the push that I needed to do to get past that little bit there. And I'll do the same here for the 3.9 one as well. Oops. Dot slash. And dot. Why did that command... Oh, I probably pasted instead of pressing up. And the dagger says too hard to quit. It's true, it's true. Bruce says, I believe anything goes food-wise since I saw a friend rinse chips in water and then microwave it. That doesn't sound appetizing. That sounds like the opposite of what is good. Okay, so that's done. Oh. Man, I actually had a bunch of email that I just didn't notice. We're gonna take a little detour and do some open source. That's okay with you guys. Rebase this branch now. I think it's good, but it needs some self-review. Hey, what's up, Tabby Chit? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. Is this just the one commit? Is that what it is? Is it all in one patch? I guess I can look through this. Hey, what's up, Matt B240? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Interesting choice here. Untyped, disallow. Well, this is like hardcore typing here. Oh, there's gonna be a lot here that I don't remember how it works. So maybe we won't be reviewing this. This is a giant patch. Okay, we're not gonna review this on stream. That's gonna be super boring. I'll wait until he reopens the PR and look at that later off stream. Right? What's up, my Micah? Hello, hello, welcome back. Right, Chaz Robot? It's fucking wild. Master Jack says, I knew someone years ago who would dip french fries in vinegar. That's actually pretty common. That's pretty common. I've done that before. Vinegar chips, as you know, they are called in some places. But chips as in like fries. Not as in chips. Not as in crisps. Oh, Kamiko says that's like any Brit. Yeah, except they're called chips. Yep, indeed. Neragira says Brits like to torture food before eating it. And the Dagger says Typefires, let's go. Yeah, there's quite a lot going on in this branch. I think I'm gonna wait to review it until later. I could click this reopen button. Oh no, I can't. Type annotation branch was force pushed or recreated. Interesting. Interesting that they would not allow you to recreate it under that scenario. What's that? You want to come say hi to stream? No? Okay. Anyway, Juice says hi. But yeah, we're not gonna look at that one today. Got one more open source thingy thing. What is going on here? Oh boy. This is gonna be a fun one. What did they do here? What did they unfuck here? Oh yeah, I would not do it this way. Well, could do it this way, but did they use my little tool? No, they have their own little tool. They have their own little tool here. How does this thing work? 99 tags. Okay, let me read through this issue. Archer says, Anthrax Code, who were those 3 people on the 24-hour stream? It was hard to find info in the 16-hour video. There were 3 different streamers. One of them is Juicebox Hero, and one of them was Vape Juice Jordan, and the other was Mewtru. And Juicebox Hero was there for the whole stream, and Vape Juice Jordan and Mewtru stopped by for an hour or so. But yeah, that's everyone. Okay, but yeah, this is a big long issue. So the context of this issue is Prettier is a JavaScript-based code formatter, and it has first-class support for pre-commit via a pre-commit config YAML file. Pre-commit hooks YAML files such that you can just use prettier/prettier and it will just work. But it looks like we got this big ol' fucking thing to read through. But yeah, this won't work. This won't work. This won't work at all. Oh, fucking A. Okay. They're making a mess for some reason, but we'll figure out what they want. We'll read through this and see what they want. Okay, but anyway, they're they want me to comment here, I guess. I didn't read the whole thread, but I'm not sure this is the best thing to do here. If you set up caching, it doesn't really make a difference, and the extra repository is likely to lead to more confusion and indirection. That said, I can help you get this set up if you want and describe some of the reasons slash downsides for additional dependencies. The mirrors you see above were made while the project was in more of its infancy, and upstreams were not as receptive to taking the pre-commit configuration. Some of the reasoning for this was the unfortunate naming of the YAML file. That's at least been fixed. The mirror repositories aimed to have slightly more compatibility than your typical repo and used additional dependencies to install things instead of utilizing a package.json. The original form of these did use package.json, but npm did the whole peer dependency reshuffle thing, and during that transition period, it didn't really make sense to handle deps that way. That's a really long parenthetical. Hey, what's up, Mozzarella? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. And Hubelro, thank you as well for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Shazart says, I dropped my free technical interview prep course. The opportunity cost was too high. I learned a lot more and better by building things with that time instead of just grinding interview questions. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Kamiko says, good night, y'all. Have a good rest of the stream. Well, thanks for stopping by, Kamiko. I'll see you around. If you can find a way that works with package.json and peer deps, whatever, it would be preferable to the additional dependencies approach. The problem with additional dependencies is when people want to add plugins, they have to repeat whatever is upstream. This can often lead to version skew or other stuff. I haven't found a clever way to do this since the peer deps shuffle, but then again, I don't spend all that much time in the JavaScript community. If you can come up with a solution there, I'd like to also steal that and adapt it to the mirror repositories. For now, this was one of the advantages of not having a mirror repository. The usual use of additional dependencies just works against a true non-mirror repo. That is, it doesn't cover the actual file. I think the questions above were about pre-commit's preference for the rev fields, and I can hopefully clarify that by reiterating some of the documentation. Pre-commit works best on immutable tags that precede in a forward-only manner on the default branch. It uses these references to implement pre-commit auto update. Another thing I noticed in the related thread was the approach of deprecation of the pre-commit configuration. The suggestion of using language fail is a good one, though I'm not... Actually, I should validate that before I just tell them it doesn't work. So if I have repo local, local hooks, ID test, language fail, name test, pass, file names false, entry, you shall not pass, you shall not pass. Does this work? It was test, not fail. Test. Oh. That does work. Huh. Well, I didn't know that worked. I thought it would have errored. Or I thought it would have just skipped it because it didn't have any files. But I guess pass... No, this actually makes sense. Yeah, so normally it would list every file in the repo, which is not what you want. But cool. The usage of language fail seems pretty neat. I think I might reuse that for my deprecation usages. I had not seen something like that before. Clever. Unrelated, but I saw it while scrolling through the other thread. What else? I think ideally if we could elaborate on those ideas there and get something working with package.json, even if it only supports modern npm. I'd be open to improvements in github.com/precommit mirror maker. Then you could reuse the automatic GitHub action to keep this repository automatically updated, and the pre-commit community, yeah, whatever, blah blah blah. Okay, anyway, that's in this essay. I will. I think I wrote a little bit too much here, but let me just review the text I wrote there, and then we'll press the button. Hi, I didn't read the whole thread, but I'm not sure this is the best thing to do here. If you're setting up caching, it doesn't really make a difference, and the extra repository is likely to lead to more confusion and indirection. That said, I can help you get this set up if you want, and describe some of the reasons / downsides for additional dependencies. The mirrors you see above were made while the project was in more of its infancy, and upstreams are not as receptive to taking pre-commit configuration. Some of the reasoning for this was the unfortunate naming of the YAML file. That's at least been fixed. The mirror repositories aim to have slightly more compatibility than your typical repo, and use additional dependencies to install things. Use additional dependency. Where the fuck is that? Damn it. Here we go. To install things, instead of utilizing a package.json, the original form of these did use package.json, but npm did the whole pure dependency reshuffle thing, and during that transitioning period, it didn't really make sense to handle deps that way. If you can find a way that works with package.json and pure deps or whatever, that would be preferable to the additional dependencies approach. The problem with additional dependencies is when people want to add plugins, they have to repeat whatever is upstream. This can often lead to version skew or other stuff. I haven't found a clever way to do this since the pure deps shuffle, but then again, I don't spend all that much time in the JavaScript community. If you can come up with a solution there, I'd like to also steal that and adapt it to the mirror repositories. Is there a parenthesis I forgot to close? No, we're good. For now, this is one of the advantages of not having a mirror repository. The usual use of additional dependencies just works against a true non-mirror repo. That is, it doesn't collaborate the actual file. I think ideally we could collaborate on these ideas there. If we could collaborate on those ideas there and get something working with package.json, even if it only supports modern npm, I'd be open to improvements in pre-commit mirror maker. Then you could reuse the automatic GitHub action to keep this repository automatically updated. I think the questions above were about pre-commit's preference for rev field, and I can hopefully clarify that by reiterating some of the documentation. Pre-commit works best on immutable tags that proceed in a forward-only manner on the default branch. It uses these references to implement pre-commit auto-update. Unrelated, but I saw this while scrolling over thread. The use of language fail seems pretty neat. I think I might reuse that for my deprecation usages. I had not seen something like that before. Clever. Lastly, once we're done with this, we'll want to update the reference to prettier on precommit.com. That can be done with a PR to this repo, github.com/precommit/precommit.com. Cool. Okay. Send it. Yellow, whatever. Anyway, hey, what's up, Falcon? Welcome back. Good to see you. Hey, what's up? What's up, Mobsack? Hello, hello. Woozy said, I saw your spinning toy on your desk. I thought it was cool, but I can't believe I spent $8 for this toy. This one? It was like $16 on Amazon. But I got this as a present, so I spent nothing on it. But yeah, it's kind of cool. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth $8 or $16, but you know, I get a lot of use out of it because you know, it sits on my desk and I fidget a lot. So that's the way things go. But anyway, I think that's enough of the open source stuff for today. So, hey, what's up, Bailey J? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. Okay, so let's do the thing that I actually want to do today, which is set up a Lambda in AWS that's accessible from the internet and makes a little small Flask app. So I'm actually going to make a little demo Flask app and try and get that working. Hey, what's up, Michaela? How's it going? Welcome back. Good to see you. Pre-commit.ci. Git init sample app. So we're gonna make just a very simple Flask app. Import Flask app equals flask.flask. Double under name app.route / home. Return hello world, and we'll do some other route as well. App.route u/username. I don't think I need stir there. Profile username stir. Turn hello username, and then if name equals main, exit main, and we can do main no return. Oops. No return. And I believe it's app.something. What is it? App.run. Oh, but I don't think the type annotation works yet. App.run port equals 8001 or something like that. This is gonna be just like a normal Flask app. Hey, what's up? Super Radiance, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. Neil M. Barker says, howdy, have you recovered from the big stream? I last saw you baking cookies. It looked like a lot of fun. Yes, I have pretty much recovered from the stream. My hair is still purple, My nails were chipping, so I took them off with some nail polish remover. I guess Juice technically took them off, but they're no longer pink. They're back to my normal fingernailies. But my hair is still purple, and if we look at this this poto here, it's very purple. It's actually more purple than it is in this photo because we did a second round of dyeing to fix some of the spots. Like right here, you can see it's not so purple here, but it's a lot more purple right now. It doesn't show up on my camera because I need to improve my lighting setup, which I'm planning to do eventually. But yes. Woozy says, "What happened to your nail polish?" Cool, I just covered that. Nice. Accidentally 2 birds, 1 stone. Hey, what's up, Darthvarg TV? Hello, hello. How are you doing? Welcome back. Okay, so we should be able to do Python app.py, and this should be able to Firefox localhost 8001. Should be able to open this and go to u/exitly. Cool. All right, that works. Perfect. That's enough of a demo app that we can work with this. We also need to make this work with Lambda. I'm not so sure how to do this, but let's look at how we would do this. Flask. Let's see, Whiskey app with AWS Lambda. I know there's a bunch of different ways to do this. I'm gonna try and find the simplest package that implements this. Blah blah blah. I don't want to use serverless. Not gonna. No. Npm install. Fuck, why? No. What? In what fucking world would I npm install a Python package? No, this is fucking dumb. No. No. Right? Anthony with a green screen when? I don't think I'll get a green screen. Because then you wouldn't be able to see the plushies. Deathmark TV says, purple is a good look. It's a subtle slickness. Yes, an npm install. Right? Why npm install? We're not going to use serverless. Fuck this. Nope, fuck that tutorial. AWS Lambda Whiskey. It doesn't have that many stars, but it sounds promising. Let's see how it works. Let's see what their open issues are. GitLab link in description 404s. That seems like not an actual issue. All of their code is in init.py. I have concern. Oh, this is also a problem. Oh, this is also a problem. This is so jank. I could just write this code. This is not that complicated. That's fucking garbage. Okay, we're not using this one. This one's garbage. That one is garbage. Well, I think this is the one that I looked at before, which seemed much better. Also, they're using pre-commit, so fuck yeah, bud. Shazrod says, do it! Thunderpoke says, why npm install is bad? I'm working in a Python project, and so if I have to use a JavaScript package manager to install things for a Python project, something is very, very, very wrong. Extremely wrong. So that's why it's bad. It's not that npm install is bad, it's just like using npm to install Python dependencies makes no sense. Butterbit says, this is not fair, we allow Python and not JavaScript. Yeah, npm install is generally for JavaScript. That's the entire reason why. Rainwash says, this code is garbage, I'm in this picture and I don't like it. Well, they just did a very dumb thing in like the 10 lines code they had to write. So I don't. Let's look at Adam's. I know Adam. Adam's legit. So this one's probably gonna be the one we'll use. There's gonna be the same idea though. Oh, he also does this. That's fucking wild. Lambda HTTP request. AWS. This is the tutorial I was looking at earlier. I didn't actually follow it. I want to see what the mapping looks like. I just want to know what the schema is. As well in the code. Let's see. AWS Lambda HTTP event. Maybe API gateway event? Example event.json. Here we go. Why does it say dot dot dot? Oh, this is a downloadable file. Here we go. Yeah, so it should have put X forwarded for into there. I think. Yeah, that would make the most sense. That would make the most sense. Well, it says, to be fair, there's also a lot of Yarn versus NPM debate. Yeah, that one. I remember when Yarn first came out. What a... It's kind of grumbly about that, but yeah. I think this X forwarded for should be done there. Hey, what's up, Shoner? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. Oh. Okay, cool. So this is done here. Perfect. Never mind, this code is good. This actually looks great. This looks like exactly what we want. Cool. Alright, well, I'm gonna go fill up my water. I will be right back. I will see you guys in a bit. But yeah, see you in a bit. Hi chat, welcome back. Mikhail says, are we winning? I mean, ish. Vitamin says, all languages suck. The only good solution is good old ones and zeros. I see. Sola says, my experience, both NPM and Yarn are good, and if you know one, use it. Yes. Anthony's calling everyone spam chat. It's true. Pretty much says, can we watch you writing it from scratch? Twitch channel says, Anthony writes code and not git clones library. I mean, we read through the code. We at least made sure it looks legit. I don't think rewriting it from scratch is actually a good idea, because it seems like this code is pretty solid and probably will stick to this. Also, I trust the maintainer, and like, if we look at open issues, ooh, H2. Extend the example to deploy an HPI and dump its event. I got this plus an error trying to parse from format 1. Oh. So maybe we're gonna run into some issues. Maybe we will have to write some stuff from scratch. We will see what happens with this. But yeah. We'll see what happens here. But there's potential that we will write more code. Oh, the music stopped. I see. Vanderbilt says, does anyone track the online DEF CON? It is very cool. I've not looked at it, but I hear that it's fun. Literal spam in the chat. Thank you, Arcade. Sola says, and why they fucking love spam apparently, and it's in all of their McDonald's. It's true. They do sell spam at their McDonald's. Okay, but this seems to be a thing that works. Where's the like usage? Make Lambda handler. That should be a WSGI, for example, Django's WSGI.py or Flask's Flask object. If you want to support sending binary responses, set binary support to true. I don't need to set binary responses as far as I understand. Although we may need to do it for like file download at some point, but I don't think we will need to do that for what I need today. Okay, seems good. So let's follow the setup there. We need what? Make Lambda handler. Example. An example application with Ansible deployment is in the example directory. Perfect. That sounds useful. Example, we have app deployment. How does this work? WSGI.py. Oh, I see. So we can put this all in one file. And we can just do app.py. Lambda handler. EPIG whiskey, is that what it's called? Yeah. No dependencies, that's what we like to see also. Import APIG whiskey. APIG whiskey.make lambda handler app. I think that's all I need to do to make this work. RKJ says Ansible heart, indeed. And people talking about what spam actually is. I think I actually want to put this above the main function. So, I'm not sure how Lambda runs, but I think this should be fine here. That I won't need to worry about. This main function running, because I assume that it actually does an import statement instead of, just kind of running this as a module. Vanderbit says, does pre-commit.ci support auto-scaling? It will. That's how I'm planning to implement it, with auto-scaling groups. But but it doesn't support anything yet because it only works locally. But yeah, it will eventually be auto scaled because, you know, there's no reason to pay money for something in the middle of the night when no one's using it. Although, you know, it's a software as a service thing, so it will naturally be globally supported, I guess. Cool. So let's actually requirements minimal.text. We'll have Flask, and we'll have API G whiskey. Requirements dev minimal.text. Actually, I wonder what the newest version of no requirements.text found. Interesting that it needs those to exist before. Well, that's fine, I guess. No requirements to upgrade. Oh, this is not my tool. This is someone else's tool. We want requirements tools, which actually has a tool called install, not uninstall. We'll get there eventually. Hey, what's up, Ethan Timing? Hello, hello. Welcome back. Upgrade requirements. Cool. Okay. Python. I like how it tab completes for OnlyFans. Python runtime. AWS Lambda. Do they have 3.8 yet? They do. Do they have? How quick were they to update that? Now available in Lambda. So this was November of 2019. Python 3.8 release date. October. Okay, 1 month to get that going. That's pretty good turnaround. I mean, not ideal, but pretty good. What an awful example of Walrus. What a silly example. But anyway, at least we'll be able to use modern Python. I remember it took fucking forever to get Python 3 support in Lambda, but this should hopefully make that work well. Bang OnlyFans, right? Vanderbit says, do you have a video for requirements dev minimal.text? I do not, but the documentation for requirements tools, and this is a tool that I built before I knew like pip tools and such existed, back when I worked at Yelp. But this README goes into plenty of detail about that, so I would just like suggest reading through that. The AWS favicon looks like a block of cheese. It's true. It's true. It's true. Oh, I have another email. They replied to my giant block of essay. Amazing reasons studies and extra repos. People get unstable prettier from GitHub. NPM stable version should be preferred. Let's see. Usually they'll control the prettier versions through the rev field of pre-commit of their pre-commit configuration. I think maybe peer dependencies in package.json would put the prettier binary in the right place without any special wrapper tool. I'm not sure though. Would have to play with it. Shazarbet says my sub just lapsed and I can't resub on mobile correctly. Twitch. That's weird. Hey, what's up, Voodoo? Hello, hello. Welcome back. Michaela, what? Roy says I'm trying to find the secret command. Yeah, it's not bang OnlyFans, Royce. That's definitely not what it is. But I think Juice actually figured out the secret command, so she might use it at some point. There's actually an unlimited number of secret commands, but there were 3 that were intended. Forgot the dot in the issue comment, so rude. Yeah, I actually capitalized a word here. This is very unusual for me. So, well, they got a capital letter. That's good enough. Shazwit says, I mean, I can sub, but they charge more. Wait, they charge more on mobile? Oh, because you're on iOS. Because you're on iOS. Oh wait, it's more expensive on Android too. Interesting. Interesting. That's funny. That's funny. I mean, Shazrobot, you could just set up auto renew on your subscription, and then you wouldn't need to reset. No, just, I'm not telling you what to do. But yeah, there's the third command. Juicebox Hero figured it out. The best part is the way the the best part is what Michaela found in that it's buggy. Bang girl with cute feet, yes. That is indeed, you know, how that command works. It doesn't work with girlfriend though, unfortunately. But yeah, this is why Redux are bad. It's really easy to make things match stuff that you didn't expect them to match. But I'm thoroughly impressed that it took almost 2 months to figure this out. Okay, anyway. I have not deployed Lambda before. This is a binary dependency, so that's going to be interesting. I don't think it's going to matter because I don't think this actually links against anything. Find that dash names star.so. Oh. With MyPy not installed. Yes. And with typed AST not installed. Uninstall. Yes. And so this is the only binary dependency, and I believe if we LDD this guy, it only links against pthread and libc. So this should be many Linux compatible, so hopefully that should work fine. Rollers, what are you doing there? Shazarot says, "Sir, I have paid my tuition for this semester." I'm not pressuring you in any way, Shazarot. Let me just make that clear. Fudu says, "The keyboard return." What do you mean? Oh, you mean that I'm back on the split keyboard? Yes, it's true. It's true. Okay, so that looks good. How do I set this up? Let's go follow that tutorial. So I think the code is good now. We just need to follow this tutorial way back somewhere. Why do I not have it open? AS API Gateway Lambda tutorial. There we go. Fudu says, "Do you have VirtualBox installed in Ubuntu? I have a hard time getting it to work. I do on my other computer, but I'm actually using VirtualBox from Windows on this computer. But it works fine on my other machines. You can actually, well, let's see. I install it in an automated fashion. Modules, no, yeah, packages, VirtualBox. Yeah, so this is how I install VirtualBox, and I'm currently using the 6.1 release. Then again, I don't use this other computer very often. So yeah. I have not battle tested VirtualBox 6.1, but you know, it worked for the couple things that I was trying to do. Hey, what's up, Logic23? Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Prefer not to auto update because the new version of Prettier might require changes. Makes sense. Cool. Fuji says, "What are you working on today?" I'm trying to get a Lambda, an AWS Lambda. We're just trying to deploy a very, very simple app, and so then I'm gonna deploy my actual app. But I want to get like a simple example working first, because there's a bunch of other complications with like credentials and environment variables and some other shit that I need to get working for the actual application. But we're trying to get just a very, very, very simple one working today. So I'm gonna set up some Terraform and this little bit of Python code, and deploy this app. That's the plan. I don't know how much of that's going to happen, but we're gonna read through this tutorial. That, oh no, which tutorial is it? These are like the same tutorial. How many steps is this one? Oh, this is just a landing page for the other ones. Okay, so we want this one. I can close those down so we see this a little better and zoom in a bit. Laundry says, "Hey Anthony, always happy to learn beside you." Yeah, we'll see what we figure out today. Why are we like in the middle of this tutorial? Why are we talking about DynamoDB? I'm not going to actually set up Dynamo for this. Assumes you have some basic knowledge of Lambda operations and the Lambda console. I have not, but I kind of know what Lambda's about, so we're going to skip that. It's telling you how to read shell output. Cool, okay. I know how that works. Should create the execution role. Okay, so we got to add a role. That'll be easy. CD pre-commit.ci, Terraform. So we're going to be automating the role. Role web lambda .tf, maybe lambda web. Role lambda web.tf. We'll replace some stuff here. I'll just do all of this. I don't think we need an instance profile, and we don't need qget. We will need this later, but I'm gonna remove it for now and just go for the minimal case. We don't need the Dynamo stuff. Custom policy with permissions to DynamoDB and CloudWatch logs. Trusted entity is Lambda. So service is Lambda. And we need to add a policy document for this. I'm going to copy the code I did for Packer. Not going to fit on one screen though. Nope. Hey, what's up, Tracer007? Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. Thank you again for following. Packer with Lambda Web. And copy these two things. And these are all what are necessary to get this working. Lambda web. Yeah, we need to figure out what things to allow here. Why didn't they just combine these two? Why do they have a separate statement ID here? Frogs. But we need create log group, create log stream, and put log events. I don't know why we need those, but we'll hopefully see those in a bit. MSR triggered a joke. It says, a programmer had a problem. He thought to himself, oh, we saw this joke yesterday. Bang tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm not going to be streaming ViderPit. Who just says exit? What are you trying to do? JPrat says, if you want any logging at all, you will need to add the CW log permissions. The Lambda won't create a log group otherwise, but you got this. Cool. Yeah, I'm just going to copy their stuff. I don't know that we'll actually need it, though. Alright, let's TF apply. Let's see if that creates our Lambda role. Our Lambda role. So it says, secret tunnel under the mountain. And then understand, we'll do npm i-g dot. So prettier in package.json dependencies, it will be installed into .bin. Is that possible to search this place to find it? Isn't currently. The only place that pre-commit currently searches is the n/bin directory. In the older version, in older versions of npm, it was possible to trigger an install-g as a side effect of installation, and that was how it was triggered. Let's see if I can find the old code for that. Mirror maker. Node history. Yeah, this is what it used to do. I forget what changed there, but something made this approach no longer work. Oh, I remember the old dependencies used to be adjacent to, you should just be installed globally. No, you probably don't want or need to do this. Yeah, what a mess. Anyway, JavaScript, right? Hey, what's up, 69 operator? Hello, hello, welcome back. And Juicefax here says, nice. I bit the inside of my cheek and I don't think I'll ever recover. Oh no. I know that feel. It fucking hurts. Fucking hurts. Okay, yeah. So this will create that with these permissions. And Lambda is allowed to assume the role. And that looks good, so I'm going to say yes. What did you say, 69 operator? What is IWF-DPU? I don't know. It didn't give me any results on Google either. What? Okay, cool. So we set up our role. First step of this this thing here. We're gonna create the function. We already wrote the code for this. That's cool. We don't give a fuck about Dynamo. Let's see, Python Lambda function. This is using Node.js, but we're not gonna be using Node.js. Fuck you, W3 schools. Python Lambda function with dependencies. Danny Casta says, I'm here learning, and looking at what you are doing scares me. Well, to be honest, it scares me a little bit too. I'm not entirely sure what's going on here, but that's fine. Okay, yeah, I know what that is. This is just for a normal function, but I want one with dependencies. Data function, no dependencies, with additional dependencies. This is what we want. Your function depends on libraries other than the SDK. You need to install them to a local directory with pip and include them in your deploy package. Yeah, this is fine. You may also need to pass -- system to prevent distutils errors. The fuck? The fuck? What is this error? Target does not work with -- user. We should just fix this. Oh, Ubuntu fucked this up, I see. God damn it. Fucking Ubuntu. Well, unfortunately I don't use their shitty packages, so all good for me. Oh wow, they use old PW. What crappy stuff would they do that for? What is R9 to zip? I hate when they don't explain what the command is actually doing. Maximum compression. I see. Interesting. So they're just putting all the code in the working directory, which seems fine. It's a little bit weird that they do it in this way, but let's make a little script that does this. Sample app. Make Lambda. I guess we can make it a shell script. Bash. Actually, no, we're not writing bash. Fuck that. Fuck bash. We're gonna do Python. Because I realize that I'm gonna want a temporary directory. If name is main, exit main. Import subprocess. Imports. Actually, we can probably just do this with zip file directly. Not use subprocess. And then we don't actually need a temporary directory. That's what we're gonna try to do. Duprat says dependencies should be packaged as layers and linked to the Lambda. Is this so that like you have you know, some separate stuff there? Oh man, I don't want to. I'm gonna do this without layers, but yeah, I know I should use layers. That makes a lot of sense. But v-env, what a fucking weird way to do this. What? Why? Huh. That's a weird way to do this. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna do that instead. Logic says, Anthony's code, new subscriber to your YouTube. Looks really cool. Thanks for continuing that content source. Yeah. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for subscribing on YouTube. Appreciate that. But yeah, we're working on building a partially serverless application today. So that's what we're working on. Tends to bloat the zip file and makes it unviewable in the console, but packaging in the zip directly should work fine. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do today. But Spec says, Anthony's code, what's going on? I'm following along with a course about computer architecture using RISC V. Or is it RISC V? I took a break from the C programming projects. Nice. Well, welcome back, Specs. We're working on setting up a Lambda and trying exposing it to the public internet, basically. Terraform has layer support. Nice. So I'm probably not going to use Terraform to deploy my app because that seems like a bad idea. Like I'm hoping that I can just make a Lambda function and not attach code to it, and then attach code separately. EC2 subnets and security groups associated with Lambda functions can take up to 45 minutes to successfully delete. Jesus. Wow. Crazy. Well, it actually reminds me. I wonder if there's an option to the secrets manager secret that makes them just delete immediately. Also, this is really annoying. Something that Terraform has done with their like metadata has made their results not show. Like my brain just immediately ignores this first result here because it doesn't have a description here. Because usually that's what happens with ads. But for some reason, Terraform's docs are all set up like that. Is there like a forced delete here? Okay, so I think I'm just gonna set this to 0. Yeah? Yeah. I'm gonna leave a comment for myself. Think about that, because I'm not quite sure what the ramifications of such a thing would be. Ooh, we got all sorts of stuff going on here. Oh, because we added roles. Right. To do. This would fix destroy. Shazrat says I'm so confused. Kiwi Jim says, so service means replace the server with millions of lines of scaffolding and infra code. It's true, that's definitely what it is. Scylla says, my entire TypeScript context isn't working, so I have to go back and redo it. I see, it makes sense. JPrat says, I have a few random shell scripts for packaging stuff at work, but SAM established really good support for pip packages via layers. What is SAM? Is that serverless tool that I don't want to use? Rad1MASM says, why don't you use a tiling window manager? I do, but I am the manual tiler. I don't like tiling managers. I tried them on stream. I just didn't like them. Should we? Yeah, it's the. Oh, sorry. I'll show you this on screen. I don't know why I did this off screen. Another reply to this thread. It's the true npm prefix dir. It's set up as an isolated environment using node-env. Boop. Hey, what's up, A401? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. So it says it's like 915 lines of code that I have to apply types to. Types are good, though. Types are good. Hey, what's up, Themanio? Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Spec says, I don't get it. Serverless is impossible. That's not how computers work. It's true. It's more like someone else's servers. But yeah. It's AWS's serverless tool. It's a competitor to the serverless tool. It's all CloudFormation, so yeah, it wouldn't be useful here. I see. Lambdas are quite literally just mounting code onto Docker containers with an entry point, but it's a bit of a meme. Yeah. It's true. QGym says, it supposedly takes away the infrastructure concerns from the developer, so you just run your code. Yeah, kind of. Although I have to do some amount of infrastructure to set up these roles and stuff and get things kind of working. So it's not quite infrastructureless, but it's close to that. With zip file I forget how to use the zip file module. Python 3 zip file. Zip file. The class are reading and writing zips. What are the compressions? Compression is a zip compression method used to blah blah blah. I don't think I actually care. We can always just make this more compressed later, right? Zip deflated, that's what they were using, right? I guess we'll use zip deflated. Zip file, zip deflated something, and then compression level equals 9. This is one of those really old APIs that has oh wait, no, it is not capital. Compress level is 9, and this should be compression. Compression equals that, and out.zip. And this no longer fits on one line, which is just dandy. That's fine though. Mode equals R. We actually want it to be right. Mode equals W. Actually, mode should be a positional, right? Yeah, so we can just do this. And strict timestamps. What is that supposed to be? This defaults to true. Strict timestamps. Oh, it has to do with that. I don't really care about that. J-Prat says, I get paid cash money to do security in the cloud only to learn no one actually cares about security. It's kind of true. I'm caring a little bit about security in this project. I'm like trying to properly isolate stuff and like, you know, play with IP tables, you know. Serverless is a bit of a dumb name. I agree with that, QHM. I totally agree with that. But yes, this looks good. It doesn't look right. Oh, is it literally just a file? That seems weird. Right, file name, arc name. What is arc name? I think arc name is what it's supposed to be inside the zip. Write the file name to the archive, giving it the archive name arc name. Okay, cool. So, we will need a temporary directory. Import temp file. With temp file.temporary. As tempter, we will also need subprocess. Now that I think about it as well. Import subprocess. Subprocess.checkCall. Pip install. Actually, sys.executable dash pip install dash target. Tempter -r requirements.txt. That'll install those into the temporary directory. And then what? Can write take a directory? Because that would be dope. I guess we can just try it, see what happens. zipf.write tempter arcname equals dot. Does that work? Zip deflated is not defined, right? No module named pip. What the fuck is the option? I'm pretty sure it was... I thought it was unzip. I thought it was zip-shell. Is it unzip-shell? One file of 0 bytes. Okay, so that definitely doesn't work. We probably have to walk. Ugh, annoying. Deerprat says, I got called Chicken Little last month. What? What's that supposed to mean? QJim says, the idea is cool. I mean, why go through the hassle of spinning up a machine or even a container just to run some bit of code that just responds to a pub/sub message? Yeah, it makes sense. QJim says, we use them for firing logs back to an on-prem SIM based on messages posted via SQS. Works well. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Spec says, in before Amazon price gouges its customers because they're reliant on their infrastructure. I mean, they already do. It already costs more than it would be to run all of it yourself, but you're paying for all of the convenience. They make you consume more of their other info. It's true, it's true. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Nerdy Laka? Hello, hello. Welcome back. Good to see you. Okay, so this very much does not work. For something in os.walk, I always forget how os.walk works. I think it's like root, dir names, file names. And then what for file name in file names? As path equals os to path. Join root and file names. And then we want to write abs path to arcname equals. I always forget how rel path works as well. Cool. That's what we want. Rel path. Abs path to tempter. I think that's what we want. We also need to write the app.py into there as well. Join must be stir bytes or path-like and not list. Hey. Bin Flask. We want to get rid of the bin directory. We don't need that. Why the fuck is there a random TTF file inside the Werkzeug package? We should also, I think, delete the PyC files. Yeah. So we can delete the PyC files. Why does it package the C file at runtime? So strange. But we ended up with app.py, so that's good. JB perhaps isn't using Pathlib. Yeah, fuck Pathlib. Shazarot says, I'll be back later. Good luck out there in AWS land. Dean, thank you for stopping by. I'll hopefully see you later. Hopefully I do this for a while. How big is the zip file? 1 megabyte. That's not very big. Let's see. If file name dot ends with .pyc, then we'll continue. JS Artifact says, hi guys, was trying out Babby today. How can I set up syntax highlighting? I can't seem to find the bin download theme file. So the download theme file only comes when you clone it from Git. So if you git clone this repository, it sits right here. And you'll also need to follow this direction when you get that first error. But yeah, it's just part of the download. It really just tries to make it convenient to stick a file into a particular location. You can also just manually stick a theme JSON file into this location. But yeah, this makes it slightly easier than that. But yeah, you need to git clone this repository to make that happen. Unzip-l out.zip. Okay. Oh, we also need to get rid of the bin directory because there's no reason to package that. Make Lambda. Remove the bin directory. It is not useful. In Lambda. Still some weird files in here that we don't really need. I wonder if we need the dist info. I wonder if we need those. Wait, does Instainers have an implementation of JWT? JSON Web Signatures Serializer. That sounds different than JWT, but only slightly. Whatever. Okay, but I think that's what we need to build this Lambda. We'll adjust this script a little bit for the pre-commit.ci Lambda, because it's actually going to be in a nested directory, I think, but this looks good. Daprat says, as long as you don't get above 10 megabytes, you can still view/edit the code directly on the console, but it isn't that useful if you have some nice CD set up. Yeah, I'm planning to do it all continuous. I don't ever want to open the console. If I'm opening the console, there's something wrong. Oh, someone is misunderstanding. People are annoying. But anyway, JWS is the third part in JWTs. Oh, I see. Okay, makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. Anyway. Cool. This looks good. So I guess we can follow the next part of the tutorial. Now that we've got our little zip set up properly. Upload the function. Oh, this is the other thing. Okay. Create function. So we want to make a Lambda function with our special role. So let's do that in Terraform. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Surely I have a Terraform directory somewhere. No? Okay, that's fine. Hey, what's up, Wesley Clutch? Hello, hello, welcome back. Lambda web.tf. Let's comment .tf. Lambda function Terraform. Well, this will at least get us to it. That's not what we want, though. AWS Lambda function. Do I actually have to upload the file with that? Where's the list of things? Because I don't actually want to deploy it with this. Optional. The path to the deployment package within the file system, if defined, S3 prefix options can be used. Okay, so I think I can ignore all the other stuff there. Which looks good. Drink water. Okay, I'll drink water. I just spilled it myself. Hey, what's up, the other server? Hello, hello. I just finished the writing conclusion of my bachelor thesis. Now it's only making it shorter and giving it the final touch. Feels so fucking good. Nice, congrats, man. You've come so far on getting that done. That's amazing. Wait, it says that the handler is required. But all of the other stuff is optional, so what the fuck? There's a lot of shit going on here. Because I don't think that I actually want to deploy my code using Terraform. So... Huh. Well, let's just create one and see what it does. Resource, AWS, Lambda, web, function name equals web. So we'll just TF validate until this is happy, I guess. Lambda. Lambda. There we go. Greenwash says, can I have a link to that discussion on GitHub? Sure. Sure. Here we go. What do you think of the idea of searching more places? I mean, like m/.bin as well. Our node modules.bin as well as m/bin. I'm not sure what that would make or which should take precedence. Historically, the .bin has been thrown away in the pre-commit environments. Hey, what's up, Informatic? Wait. Informatic Arpestre. I butchered that, but thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. The other server says, I'm hyped, looking forward to just spending time hanging around and doing nothing. Nice. Nice. Hey, what's up, Amy? Hello, hello. Welcome back. I Eat Bogies says, what is Terraform? Terraform is a declarative tool for setting up infrastructure and such. And yeah, that's what it does. That's what it does. But Amy says, not much, just chilling. How about you? I'm doing well. I'm setting up some infrastructure with Lambda. Alias does not support. Oh, it's Alias Lambda function. We're setting up a Lambda function, and we're gonna try and get some web stuff happening. Okay, role equals alias. What alias? Role dot lambda web dot arn. Handler is required, but no definition is found. App.lambda handler? Is that what it was called? That's obviously going to change. Maybe we should call this lambda. Lambda dot lambda.web.lambda handler? I don't know. Lambda.lambda handler. Lambda.handler. We'll do that. Move app.py, lambda.py, dino, make lambda. TuxRM says, I prefer Ansible, to be honest. I mean, that's fair. Teach their own. I prefer Puppet over Ansible, but that's the way things go. Amy says, what is AWS Lambda? Oh, Jake Pratt has a good description. Curlan T says, you should use AWS CMK instead of Terraform. I work with that, and it's better than dealing with YAML. I'm not actually using any YAML. I'm intentionally not using YAML. And Terraform is working fine, so I have no reason to switch. Infra meaning like infrastructure, like code that sets up machines and stuff. This is supposed to be a string. Runtime is not defined. Runtime equals Python 3.8. I hope that's the minimum I need to set up for this. TF apply. Let's see what it does. Timeline equals 3. That seems a little bit low. Memory size equals 128. Is that the maximum memory size, or is that the hint? Amount of memory in your Lambda function defaults to 128 C limits. Memory. Find the misapplied function and cannot be changed. Let's look at the actual API for this. create function. Creates the Lambda function, blah 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 blah. Where's all of the parameters? Crossbody code. Oh, interesting, it says that the function code is required here. Letter config. Description, environment, files and function name, handler, layers, memory size. The amount of memory that your function has access to increasing the function's memory also increases its CPU allocation. The default value is 128. The value must be a multiple of 64 megabytes. Interesting. Well, we'll just leave it at the default and see what happens. And he says, so what do you use this for? I'm using this to serve a website for pre-commit.ci, so I don't need to run instances for it. Mouse Scroll says, did you look at Pulumi out of interest? It would let you write all of this in Python. I've not looked at Pulumi. But I don't really want to write Python code. I don't want to write code to when I could write declarative stuff. Yeah. I don't want to write code when I could write declarative stuff. JS Artifact says, does Babby's syntax hiding work in the Mac terminal? It does in some of the terminals. There's currently a bug that I have not been able to figure out on some terminal emulators where they pretend to say that they can do colors, but they can't. And so you end up with output that looks like this, where it's just all like white and washed out and grayscale. I've been planning to add like an option to like disable this, because this is the attempted 256 color stuff. But yeah, so the problem is that this API returns true, but then the terminal actually can't change color. So it ends up being messed up like that. But yeah, you can see like this is what it's supposed to look like for this little simple test here. But some broken terminals will end up with this washed out grayscale color. I've been thinking of ways to make this work slightly better by mapping all of the colors to similar colors. The problem is when two colors land on the same color, they'll have problems. I don't know. I've thought a little bit about this, but haven't really spent all that much work getting this working. So basically I'm making a website. I'm just trying to host a website in a particular place. But in a kind of complicated way. Glitch says, could also use a terminal with color set up correctly. Yeah, if there's another terminal that works with this. I think, oops, ENC. I think iTerm works fine. I forget which one actually works, but one of them does. Let me connect to my Mac. Hello? Hello, Mac? Hello? What is the password for this? Damn it, I'm pretty sure I have to do this. Okay, this is one of the passwords that I have to remember, unfortunately, so I don't want to show you guys that. But we're back. Why are you so laggy today? Oh boy, I keep expecting it to be Windows. Sorry about all the dings. We can actually do read me. Yeah, color's fucked up for me too. Can I command space? Why is that not working? How do I get Spotlight open? Anyway, yeah, it looks like default Mac terminal is broken. It used to work in Mac terminal, so I don't know what they changed there, but yeah, anyway. There's some problems, but Brainwash says it probably loses colors on Tmux too. So actually Tmux will fix the colors. Oddly enough. I guess I can show that real quick. Tmux will fix the colors because it'll fall back to 256 color instead. So in Tmux doesn't have true color support. So if we do Tmux, this is super laggy for some reason, despite it being on the LAN. We have been Babby, or README, for example. So these colors now work again. Oh, it's actually turned color off completely. That's kind of weird, unless this was before I had Markdown support. Yeah, this is turned off color completely. Oh. Term equals screen 256 color. So this will work. This is in decreased color mode. This is 256 support. But it looks fine, right? So we bump this up a little bit. Oh, but right. Bumping up the font size actually crashes Babby at the moment. View. Bigger. Bigger. There's no keyboard shortcut for me to do this, so I have to just manually click this a bunch of times, which really sucks because the Windows key does not pass through. But anyway, this is 256 color, which is decent, but this is what I would want it to fall back to if the terminal actually didn't support true color. But yeah. QNT says, I see avoiding YAML, yes, but my recommendation was because even using declarative Terraform with CMK, you can actually program in Python the infrastructure and you do not depend on an external tool such as Terraform, but if you like Terraform, go with it. Yeah, I also don't want to lock into AWS. At some point, I might want to run this on other clouds, and so, you know, learning Terraform and using Terraform seems more valuable than the vendor lock-in. But yeah. Also, Clutch says I use iTerm at the moment, but also use Putty, and color support in Putty is not what I would call standard. Yeah, it's a little bit weird. Imi says, so it's like a temporary server / instance. Kind of. It's like a server that runs, but you don't have to worry about it so much. Muscroll says, that's fair enough. Plumi is still declarative and has the same plan apply mechanism. It has higher level abstractions for creating Lambda functions, a bit like CDK. So it's not declarative though, because you're running Python code. So that means that it necessarily is imperative. Like you're writing code to do it. It's not data. If I were to try and manually rewrite, or like if I were to try to use some sort of automatic rewriting tool, I couldn't do it against Plumi because it's Python code. But with Terraform, like it's a DSL and it's declarative, and so I can, you know, rewrite the code statically using some code formatter. This is like kind of the problem I had with the original implementation of pipfile as well. Pipfile was supposed to be Python, and this is also why I don't use Nox, because Nox is also Python-based configuration, but you can't do any auto rewriting. Like it's not data, it's code. But anyway. MSR says you can set sound off on Windows if you think the Windows sound is annoying. I can, but I also use it. I use the sound myself. I mean, it's more annoying for you guys on stream because I know the ding is like way louder than anything else, and I don't really want to toggle that back and forth. Hey, what's up, Sarcastic Dante? Hello, welcome back. Wasselclutch says, do I need to enable something to get color in Babby? At the moment, I just get great text. Yeah, you need to run a little script in to set up a theme, because it doesn't come with a theme by default. And you can follow this link here to figure that out. Vidabit sent a Twitter thing. What is the Twitter thing? I practice safe computing, that's why I use a sandbox. Oh no! Oh no, this hurts. This hurts. Oh, that's kind of cool. Gurchan Prower says, where do you keep secrets when using Terraform, i.e. SSH keys? I currently don't do anything special for secrets in Terraform. The only like close to a secret thing is I do have my SSH key, but this is a public key, so it doesn't actually matter. Public keys are not secret by definition. They are meant to be public. In fact, you can download the same public key from GitHub. GitHub public key download by username. What is the public URL for GitHub public keys? Yeah, this. If we go to acetility.keys, you can see that that exact public key is chilling out right here. So it's the same B3NZA. B3NZA. But anyway, there's no secret here, so I don't really have to worry about that. But yeah, I don't actually know how to do secrets in Terraform. I'm hopefully avoiding that until then. Let's see. J. Pratt says, I haven't done much with Terraform, but the company behind Terraform also put out a product called Vault for secret management. Yes. You can also do stuff in Keybase, as far as I understand. But yeah, there's also Vault. I plan to not do that, but... hey, what's up, Proxy King? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. JS Artifact says, Babby from my VM has colors, while the Babby I install using my global interpreter does not have colors. Any idea what was missing? What version are the two? They should both work the same if they're the same version. Because it's looking at the configuration in your Homeder. Oh, unless one thing that I would want you to check is whether it has access to the syntax. It should just work though. But Babby has a little thing for where it looks at the syntax directories, and maybe that's not working. Babby slash, where does that come from? Highlight? Grammars. Grammars. Prefix data grammar v1. So this prefix data thing. Where is that thing? User data. Prefix data. So it tries to look at sys.prefix. So if you look at sys.prefix in your virtualenv and outside of your virtualenv, this might give you a hint at where it should find this directory. This should come from Babby grammars. It might be somewhere else though. Rekabek says, what is the 6 keypad between your keyboard? If you look at Bang Keyboard 3, it describes a little bit more details, but this is a macro pad. It's actually 7 keys and 2 knobs. But I use it as a stream deck, so if I press this button, for instance, it takes me into my selfie mode, so you can see my beautiful face. But yeah. Veterbit says, unless the NSA knows how to factor the private key from the public pair. That's true, it's true, but I don't think they can do that. They would need a lot of computer. Gurchan Brower says, I see, I'd assume they'd want something like that. I remember at work, we used to have private keys stored there for use by the inner API communications. I see, yeah, that makes sense. Small Root says, so fast in typing? Yeah, I do type very, very fast. Ed the Dagger says, those hands are like spiders. Like spiders! Prakte says, I'm new to the cloud, not really true, but new when talking about infra management as code using tools like Terraform or Plumi. I use AWS from the console mostly for personal stuff, but I need to deep dive into these different services using Terraform and also Python. What do you think I should start with? Currently, I work with Java and Go. I'm okay with the basics of Python and how it works. I don't know, like if you want to get good at Terraform, I would suggest like trying to move your manual infrastructure into Terraform and see how that works. That's actually why I'm using Terraform right now, because I wanted to learn it better. But yeah, I don't know. Smallbird says, do a typing speed test. We do occasionally do type racer on here. I'm averaging about 100 words per minute at the moment. I'm actually faster on my other keyboard, but we can do a quick one here. Ugh. 106. That was pretty good. What a fucking creepy series of words, though. But on my other keyboard, I can average. Wait, why did my average go down by getting above 101? That doesn't make sense. My other keyboard, I can get like 110 or 120 pretty consistently. But I'm actually slower on this keyboard. But but anyway, that's that. Michaela says anything got first place because I wasn't there. Yeah, Michaela is much faster at typing than I am. She usually gets like 130 or 140. But anyway. Okay. But yes, let's say yes to this and see what errors. I assume this is going to error because we don't actually have the file set up. So I don't actually want to manage this with Terraform. That's actually really annoying. I wonder if I could set like a dummy handler with this. And or maybe we have it access from S3? I don't know how this is gonna work. I don't know how this is gonna work. Amy says, I have a friend who could do 140 to 150 easy. She's nuts. Wow. Wow. Sarcastic Dante. Alright, buddy, you're getting bonked today. I will deal out the bonks. Small Brute says, crazy, you're even faster. I can't even 10-finger type. I mean, I don't 10-finger type. I use these 7 fingers. I super cheat. But it works well enough. And the Dagger says, maybe it's a rolling average and the run dropping out was faster than the score you got now. Oh yeah, that would make sense. That would definitely make sense. What's my Obstack says, my mom can do 200. Wow. Wow. Bitched says, I one-hand type most of the time. What are you doing with your other hand, Bitched? What are you doing with your other hand, buddy? Michaela says, I'm playing Pillars of Eternity and talking to some cult member, and they said the Acolyte community is with each of us individually to hear our progress on old tasks and assign us new ones. And I thought, like, is this what Agile is? And it made me think of you. That does sound like Agile. It sounds like some Agile bullshit right there. Fuck. Okay, so I guess I should use S3 to manage this. This is annoying. This is annoying. But how do you update it in that case? S3 bucket. The S3 bucket location containing the function's deployment package conflicts with file name. The bucket must reside in the same AWS region. So you have bucket and a key. The object version containing the function's deployment package. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I wish I could just create a Lambda without code attached to it, and then, because I want some deployment later. Ugh! Gross. I don't know how I'm gonna do this, though. Well, fuck it. We're not trying to do this right? We're just trying to get something working. Smallbird says, what are you doing here on stream? I'm trying to set up a website using Lambda. That's all I'm trying to do today. Kayla says, I guess you wouldn't like the cult then. Yikes. Rackaday says, I can type 100 words. Easy. Wait, doesn't need to be legit words though. I mean, you could just like mash your hands on the keyboard and easily get to 100 words, right? So it says my best is 95 words per minute, and usually it's 60. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm actually gonna go fill up my water and pee. I will be right back. We'll see you guys in a bit. All right, I'm back. Juice sent some messages at me so that's what those are from. Let's see. Mila says, "Wait, fill up my water and pee. Are you filling up your pee or are you peeing?" What? Updated version says, "If you can't create an empty lambda, maybe create with something that just throws a not implemented error." Well, that's a good idea, outdated version. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. The problem is, I think every time I run this, it's gonna overwrite that. Like every time I Terraform apply, it'll just kind of clobber my codes. I think I'm just not gonna do the Lambda in Terraform for now, and I can figure out a way to do this better later. And maybe Terraform will be the way I deploy stuff. That just seems like not the right idea. But hey, what's up? Don't touch my unicorn. Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. But it says, does anyone know this song? Oh, the current song? Probably was the previous song, but anyway, this is the current position in the playlist. Chad Anthony is a bully. There we go. Don't touch my unicorn says, I'm new. Where's the stream? I was just you know, away from keyboard for a bit to you know, fill up water and stuff. God damn it. Belgian Lion says, remove the dot at the end of the link. Which link? What link, Belgian Lion? Wait, there was a link somewhere? I'm confused. He's on the can. That's not true. You broke your keyboard. Yes, if you do bang keyboard. Oh, thank you, Solace, for doing that. Priakade says, is AWS broken? Every time I spin up a T2 and run stuff, an hour later it stops responding and I have to reboot to get a new IP. So the thing with T2 micros is they have very, very little RAM, and so it's probably just like running out of memory. But yeah. To bully Juice, be honest, why you were away from stream. Well, I went to fill up my water, I went to say hi to Juicebox Hero, and then I went to pee. That's legitimately what I did off stream. Hey, what's up, Binyo30? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Oh, I guess Juicebox Hero did some exercising on my exercise bike, and the reason that she's calling me a bully is I went into the kitchen and she asked me if she was sweaty, and I was like, "You're a little sweaty," and she's like, "What?" And I was like, "Are you gonna shower?" And then she was mad because I said that. So that's legitimately what happened. But yeah, we're not going. Oh well, it just crashes anyway. Watching you is so motivating, says Octavius. I mean, do I actually get any work done? Is the question. All right, so we're gonna not have this file. Move lambda web.tf to Nope. We'll just not do that. You should shower because you're gross is what he actually implied. Yikes. Prakade says, I checked the metrics too. Memory or CPU consumption looks good. Confused. So the T2 machines are pretty shit. So it's often, you know, sometimes Amazon will just shoot them in the head for no reason. Like they'll just die. Also, they're very frequently on other boxes with noisy machine mates. And yeah, I don't know. From what I understand, T2s are basically only useful for like spinning up very, very small demo applications and not really like production ready. Like I plan to use T2 just for my test app here, and in production I'll be probably using the C2 or the C5 flavors. What are those? AWS instance, is it AWS instance types.info? Is that the, no. AMIs.info is the actual thing. Oh yeah, it's the drop song. AWS AMI pricing. What is the website I'm thinking of? You guys know what domain I'm looking for? Google.com? No, that's not what it is. I wonder if I can just search .info. I want the search results. EC2 instances.info. That's what it is. We got there eventually. So if we look at, what is it, the C5 types, and then sort on price. What is C5A? Is that the AMD ones? Where's the other things? This is actually way more memory than I need. But anyway, these are pretty cheap as well. You know, what, 8 cents an hour? But a new bookmark, yeah, that's a good idea. I can drag this into here. Edit. EC2 instances.info. Okay, cool. Oh, I don't forget this. But yeah, I use this a lot. It's way better than Amazon's crappy price calculator thing. But you can also, you know, get rid of this and be like min CPUs 2, and then min memory, you know, 4 gigs, and then kind of figure out what you want. Oh, they have 6th gen now. What is 6G? What is C6G large? C6G large AWS. Are these their new ARM ones? Oh yeah, it's the new ARM ones. Do they have normal C6s? Oh, all of their new C6 is just ARM. They're cheap too. Will I deploy my fleet in ARM instead of AMD? Or instead of, you know, Intel. But yeah, the AMD ones are easy to choose as well. And the Dagger says, I ran a Factorial server on a T2 Micro and it worked just fine, so they're not completely trash. Yeah, they're not completely trash, but they're just not, they're not super reliable for like a production system. But yeah, thank you for that URL, Mouse Curl. You got it. I got it about the same time too. MSR says, what is reserved cost? So there's 3 ways that you can get EC2 instances in AWS. There's on demand, which is just like you click it in the console and spin it up. There is spot, where there's like a pseudo bidding market, and usually it's cheaper. And then there's reserved instances, where you say, Amazon, I'm going to permanently use these set of instances, and they give you a discount on those. Muscle says T2, T3 are pretty good at small size or above. Yeah. The micros are pretty crap though. Reactaday says, I recently started using Oracle Cloud, which seems quite good and okay-ish. At least I like the UI better than the AWS UI. Well, the AWS UI is fucking trash, so literally anything is better than that. Okay, but yeah, we're gonna run this manually. Let me get the IAM role for this. We can do that through the console IAM. And we want our Lambda role. Yeah, I know, I need to do this still. Roles, Lambda web, and we want the IAM role. Okay, so then we're gonna run AWS Lambda. AWS Lambda, create app, create function, function name, sample app, zip file out.zip, file B:// I guess that's loaded as binary. Handler, what did I call the thing? Lambda handler. Lambda handler. Runtime Python 3.8 and role this bad boy. That should create that. Lambda. Yeah, I had a math professor in college who always pronounced lambda as lambda, which was I don't know, fun, I guess. He had a lot of fun pronunciation quirks, but he was a really good teacher though. Okay, so that in theory created that. We should be able to see this in the console now. Lambda. Oh, I wanted to keep that because that was the tutorial we were following. How do I get to the actual list of my lambdas? I don't want the docs, I want the actual lambda console. Lambda. Run code without thinking about servers. I like their tagline there. Cool. This looks good. And it has all of this code here. Nice. Okay. Create function, test the lambda function. Copy the following JSON and save it as input.txt. I don't think we're gonna do that. Create an API using the Amazon API gateway. We're gonna do this with Terraform. Sola says, is this the same professor that called it Packard Street? Yes, that was the same professor. You can test the lambda directly in the console too. Yes, I know that. I'm just gonna skip the testing. We don't need a test, we'll test in prod. Web API gateway web.tf. Alias API gateway Terraform. Oh boy. Oh boy. There's a lot of stuff there. Create REST API. AWS API gateway REST API. Version 1 are for creating and deploying REST APIs. To do WebSocket and HTTP use API version 2. I think we're gonna do version 1. AWS API Gateway REST API. Web Gateway. Do this. And then we gotta figure out all the things that we need here. Name. Gateway. Then endpoint configuration. Endpoint configuration. Types. And I believe this is supposed to be edge, not regional. Hey, what's up, PyPog? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. Yeah, they use type edge. Oh boy. Maybe we should use V2. Seems a little bit annoying. We'll try this in a sec. But yeah. Mr. Byte says, test? Yeah, no, we'll test in prod. Fuck it. Deploying it on a Saturday? Yeah, I mean, it's not real stuff there. Mazagoj says, might be nice to add the install CSON comment into your Babby README. I mean, it prints it when you run it for the first time, but I don't know. 2uncreated says, move fast and break things. AWS US East 1 says, being homeless in Ann Arbor wasn't too bad minus the cold. Those kids were super generous. I lived out on Packard Street in 2011. Oh, interesting. It was really fucking cold there, though. Seems complicated. What is the other thing that we wanted to do here? Not Lambda, API gateway. API gateway v2 API. Although if I remember right, API-G, Whiskey, GitHub, this didn't support v2. Extend the example to deploy an HTTP API and dump its event. Got one like this plus an error from trying to parse format 1. Maybe it just works? Does it just work? I don't know. Is this in the main line? Is this on master? 280. I guess we'll just try it and see what happens. API gateway v2 API. Let's try that. Name, protocol type. Protocol type equals HTTP. What could go wrong? So that seems to be not enough to hook this up. Do they talk about they talk about v2 here? Gateway v2 tutorial, I guess. Oh, this is cheaper too. Cool. Create an HPI API. There are 2 API gateway namespaces. Cool. Add integration. I guess that's the next resource. Integration. Managed as an API v2 integration. Lambda integration. Here, this is what we want. Integration type is Lambda. Target. Okay. Seems promising. Hey, what's up, Melky? Who says, happy Saturday, Anthony. Happy Saturday to you as well, Melky. I have no fucking idea what I'm doing right now. Invoke Arn. I see. This actually looks like what we want here. J. Pratt says you're on the right track. Cool. Cool. Web gateway, Lambda. Integration type. This should be web gateway.id. Which it says, what is Terraform? Terraform is a code or infrastructure as code tool. I basically write a little bit of declarative stuff here and it provisions stuff in the cloud. Content handling strategy, convert to text. We don't need a description, I assume. Integration method is post. The integration's HTTP method must be specified if integration type is not mock. Why does that matter? What if I want all of the methods? Integration type values are AWS proxy. I just want all the methods, but we're gonna put get here for now. And the invocation URL is, we're gonna have to AWS Lambda help. Get function, AWS Lambda, get function, Lambda, get function web? Is that what it was called? Function name web. Is it Lambda web? Fuck is our function called? Oh, it's called sample app. Sample app. Nice. Function arn. How do I get the invocation arm though? Invoke arn. What is that supposed to be? Fuck. I don't know. I think we're just gonna paste this in here for now, because we're just trying to get something working. Pass-through behavior. Optional. The pass-through behavior for incoming requests based on content type header in the request. I think we can just get rid of this. Content handling strategy. How do I convert response payload content types? I think we just leave that alone. Sure. Let's try this and see what happens. TF apply. Milky says, sorry, I missed the part where you explained what Terraform is. It's a tool that takes a configuration and provisions cloud resources, or provisions resources in general. I'm using it to set up AWS primitives. In this case, I'm setting up an API gateway and a Lambda. Well, I guess I'm not setting up the Lambda. I set that up manually. Okay, I think that looks right, so we'll say yes. Muskrell says, it might cost a bit more, but you can hook up an ALB directly with Lambda. It skips some API gateway pain. Really? ALB to Lambda. Oh. That's cool. That's kind of cool. I might do that. Interestingly, that has a different body here. But why is this so shit? Why are their docs so bad here? This code's not indented. Also, it has like random ass. Huh. But yeah, I might look at ALB as well. But it says this deployment stuff is the sucky part of development. Yeah, it's true, but once you get it in place, it should be good. An error occurred with API v2 integration. Bad request. Currently, an API with protocol type of HTTP may only be associated with proxy integrations. What the fuck does that mean? The fuck does that mean? Should I just try and set up the ALB stuff instead? I'm down a fucking rabbit hole. I'm also hungry. I want to get lunch. Hey, what's up, Juicebox Hero? Welcome back. Good to see you. Fuck. Okay. I think I'm gonna work on this offline. Because I'm like down like 4 different rabbit holes. And I'm hungry. But yeah, I'll try and get this set up, and I'll show you guys what I get set up on the next stream. Hopefully, assuming I actually do work offline. But yeah, let's go, let's do my little spiel and then find someone to raid. But thank you all for watching. I upload all of my previous content to YouTube, and that's youtube.com/AnthonyWritesCode. It's usually a little bit delayed, like I forgot to upload yesterday's episode. Actually, it couldn't have been uploaded due to my partner agreement, so it'll be up later today. But I also upload educational content, so you can check out those videos there. I stream on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday at around noon Pacific. I think I'm actually going to switch the Saturday time to be noon, so all of them are consistent, because I barely woke up for stream today, but that's the way things go. What's up a million times, Jess? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. I announce my streams in 2 places. One of them is on Twitter, and that's twitter.com/codewithanthony, where I basically say, I'm going to stream in this amount of time, and then it happens. I also announce them on Discord, which you guys are free to join. It's a small programming Discord. You know, we talk about code and stuff and memes, and it's pretty fun. But yeah, thank you all for stopping by, and let's go find someone to raid.